So it was just yesterday, I think, that we were talking about Samsung leaking their very own upcoming smartphone, the S20, on their own website, along with a case, obviously unintentionally, and it was on one of the European websites on one facet. But people were looking at that. People were saying, "Yeah, they do this every year." People were saying, "Yeah, it happens every time, every year." Is it on purpose at this point? That was the speculation. I'm not saying that. I don't think it is. I just think you have a company as vast as Samsung with all these various regions and managers, and who knows? You want to go into the conspiracy thing. I just don't think it's that beneficial for us to see that case post from the S20 at this point in time, given how close the event is. So I think it's a mistake. And I just think it's a consequence. This is where you start to have some level of appreciation for what Apple does with keeping their stuff quiet, even though you get leaks from the supply chain. On the official site, they're pretty good about it, not letting the post go out early, taking the whole store down when something's about to launch. But it's 2020. Everything leaks.
It's a lot of moving parts.
Everything leaks in 2020. Mm-hmm. And, you can't really hold too many. You can't. No. I mean, I'm sure somebody gets fired over it. Anyway, today we have the OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 8 Pro doing their very own version of the leak factory. Now, these ones have also been leaked, and OnePlus devices have frequently been leaked in the past. This leak is less exciting than the Samsung one because, well, it's not on the official page, and it doesn't come alongside with the usual multimedia elements. Instead, it's an Amazon leak, and this has happened to Samsung as well, I think, and others, where Amazon will publish a page that it's not supposed to in advance. And what I like about this leak, I mean, as long as we're talking about leaks, and whether I like one or not. What I like a leak that's more cryptic. I like a cryptic leak. A leak that's not, we got another image, but somebody saw in some area of the code, that leak is just more fun. This is kind of like that. So this is an Amazon leak, but it's not from an actual Amazon page. Instead, this would go out to somebody who was an affiliate advertiser or an Amazon associate. Mm-hmm. So someone who would post a link, you click the link, they get a commission based on you buy the thing. And Amazon is advertising to its affiliates that if they post links to the OnePlus 8, OnePlus 8 Pro, and various other devices, that there's going to be a 1% fixed advertising fee for those particular products. So this is some marketing person working in the affiliate section over in Seattle somewhere, who just hit publish a bit soon. So it's not exciting from the standpoint of, here we have this wonderful image of the upcoming thing, but I like the mechanical.
Yes.
It's a nuance to it.
I noticed that there's also a little typo here.
There's a typo as well.
Conspiracy.
He doubled out. Conspiracy typo. So this is a bit more nuanced. This isn't when you have a heavy leak appetite. This is a leak appetizer. You see the difference? And there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Depending on the circumstances, it calls for a different thing. You go to a fine restaurant, you don't get a big portion. Mm-hmm. You understand? See, that's a fine leak. You just have a little bite and you have a little more taster. Later. Yeah. A little taster and you have a little more later. All right, what do we know about the device? Well, we know a couple things. There's going to be a OnePlus 8 and a OnePlus 8 Pro.
There you go.
Not much of a surprise. Now, the Pro version, this is the theory. This is the thinking. This is the rumor regarding the Pro version. Wireless charging. Well, we talked about it. It could finally be the time that OnePlus embraces the wireless charging lifestyle, 120 hertz as well, and potentially a 12 gigabyte SKU, which showed up on Geekbench in a separate leak. So we're starting to look at a pretty compelling device. Should have some heavy-duty specs. We'll probably have a heavy-duty price to go with it, to be quite fair. But it's right around the corner, and Amazon caught a jump on it on what I consider to be a nice little sophisticated leak for the aficionado leak fans. They go a level deeper.
Yeah.
So it's not just the renders and things like this. So you're in the Amazon Associates newsletter type of leak.
For the nuanced types.
Yeah, it's for those types. Listen to classical music on a Tuesday.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Classical music on a Tuesday. Maybe they even got a scarf. The type that wear a scarf.
Perhaps a robe as well.
There was a scarf thing going on inside the
yeah.
Raptors. Did you guys see that? Because Serge Ibaka and OG
Scarf
Anunoby were having a scarf off,
Yes.
and as far as I'm concerned, Ibaka just put it to rest. So OG shows up in what is a classic. It's a Burberry scarf, and he's got it kind of wrapped around himself. He's staying warm. He's making a statement. But then you go to the Ibaka scarf, and oh baby, go to the other one, Will, where you see the whole full body. You can see just how long it is. That is a scarf to end all scarves.
Shout out to Ibaka, by the way. What a great game last night.
Yes, shout out to Ibaka. That was wild and record setting as well.
Yes.
I'm sure you heard 12 wins in a row, which for the Raptors, which is now the Toronto record for any sports team for consecutive wins. They passed the Blue Jays.
And what a way to do it, too.
12 consecutive wins, and they did it. They were down 10 points with 2.5 minutes left, something like this, and they went on an 11-0 run to win the game.
Yeah.
And he hit the 3-pointer at the very end. So maybe you got to keep wearing a scarf now. Anyway.
Good luck.
Anyway, you have a scarf like that, that's the type of leak for you. You see how that goes. So Ibaka, he probably got home and started reading the OnePlus leaks. And he probably looked at the Amazon Associates OnePlus 8 Pro listing and said, you know what? I'm going to consider that phone. Because that's my type of leak. While listening to classical music and wrapped in that particular scarf.